Welcome back to Hara. Greetings. Welcome to Conscious for Life. I am Tahara. The whole purpose of this video message is to bring awareness to the unconscious and to the conscious mind, and to bring awareness of the dark side of polygamy, the dark side of polygamy, because unfortunately in the modern day polygamy is tainted and toxic. So if you are one of those sisters that's interested in polygyny or polygamy, these are some very, very vital signs that you need to know before you make that decision. And or if you're in polygamy and you are a highly sensitive person, that means that you're sensitive towards the energies of your co-wife. You're sensitive towards the energy of lights, smells, bad odors. It's a plethora of things to be affected by. I just want to go ahead and begin. Okay. If you guys don't know me, let me introduce myself and my platform. My intentions, my nia, is to bring awareness to those of you, maybe younger women, younger sisters that's new converts into the fold of Islam. You may have taken your shahada a year ago. You may have taken your shahada 2 weeks ago. You may have been a Muslim for 2 years. However, there are some very vital things that you need to know. And when you're entering into the fold of Islam, when you are considering being married or getting yourself involved in polygyny or polygamy, where there's more than one wife, that there's multiple wives, or where it's that you're thinking that you're going to be the only wife, and then your husband, your zoj, your sahib, surprisingly awaken you with polygamy, whether it was discussed or not. It's happening. It's happening, and you are in for a world of a surprise. At this junction, you should embrace your heart to cling to the mercy and the open your heart up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Get very, very close to Him, because these are the times right now, whether you're in polygamy or not, to get close to Allah. My mission is to open that door for you. So without further ado, let's begin. There are some signs that you are in a polygamy situation, whether you're just coming into it and your husband decides to tell you, I have another wife, and that's the shock to you. You don't know, but he's going to mention to you, I have another wife. How are you going to deal with that? Are you going to stay in it? Are you going to take counseling? It's very, very imperative that, sisters, before you get into marriage, that you know your rights, that you study your Islam, that you read on the life of the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam wives, know them by their names. You may be familiar with Khadija bin Khuwaylid. Her name is actually Khadija Tahara bin Khuwaylid. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam changed her middle name because she was of a noble family, and her family, some sides of her family is very, very arrogant, and so the name that they had given her, the middle name, was an arrogant name. So he changed that name, the middle name, to Tahara. You can say Tahira or Tahara. Tahara is Arabic with the Tah, and alhamdulillah, so she became Khadija bint Tahara Khuwaylid, the daughter of Khuwaylid. And it's very imperative that you know these women by their names, whether it's Sophia, whether it's his daughter Fatima al-Zahra, the Lady of Light. These are our real, true role models. These are the real spiritual, divine celebrities. All right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't bring them into fruition to show for them to go through the hardship to showcase Islam for no reason. It's a purpose. They're in history, our history on purpose. However, the polygamy that they lived in back in those days was open. The Prophet Islam didn't hide anything from his wives. And if you told something other than that, it's not true. They may have not known it that night or that day, but the Prophet Islam was very transparent with his wives. And that's something you should know. It's very imperative that you learn the story of the mothers of the believers. Even Asiya, the wife that was married to Pharaoh, they went through their trials and tribulations also in a different way. But the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he never mistreated his wives. He never tricked them. He never gaslighted them, anything of that nature. He allowed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to handle their tender nature. But he was kind. He was gentle to all of them. And so, I just thought I would have been remiss if I didn't mention that, because I think that there's another gentle side of polygamy when it's practiced properly, but unfortunately it's not practiced according to Quran and Sunnah this day and age. It may be practiced their way. Just 2% of that practice exists in this day and time. 2% of polygamy is correct. But unfortunately, modern day men are not disciplined enough to have more than 2 wives, because first, before you even get wives, you have to know thyself. And this is not to belie any character of a brother or of a scholar or anything of that nature. And they are on a whole different level. They know the rules. They know the rules in Islam. They know the criterion in taking another wife. But we talking about men that's in the inner city of America, the inner city of Africa, wherever. If they're not going through the Quran and Sunnah and whatever it is that the Prophet ﷺ left behind, surely they are being misguided. Now, like I said before, I want to reiterate this because I don't want anyone taking my words out of context. There's literally about 2%, possibly to 8% of men practicing proper polygamy. Now, 30 years, 40 years ago, alhamdulillah, it was practiced in a good average way. Even amongst African American brothers, they were practicing polygamy a lot better and had more taqwa. But nowadays, unfortunately, I will be remiss if I didn't give you the complete truth about polygamy. Polygamy is a business now. It is a business now, and it's very profitable when you have more than 1, 2 wives. And it's very important that your sisters study the Surah Nisa. Nisa is very powerful, it's very strong, it gives the woman the right, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow you to know what is your rights in Surah Nisa. So let's get deeper into it. These are the signs that you will see after 6 months or so, or even a year. It's contingent on the type of sister you are for this polygamy. I like to take a moment to breathe, you guys. So pardon me, I need to breathe one moment. It's just take a breath. You can join me and take a breath. I know this is unusual for you guys, but I'm going to take a breath. Inshallah, Aziz bi'inallah, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It won't be long. You could breathe with me, or you could just take notice. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Breathe in. Tahara. Bismillah. Okay, we're back online. Assalamu alaikum. These are some signs of the narcissist, that when the mask slip off, or if you make a mistake, or if you found out that he took another wife, or you found out that you got married to a person that had a wife that they didn't mention it her to you, and she was just didn't exist to you, but you meet her by default. Not on it is on purpose, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is revealing so you can know the truth, especially if you are a decent empath person. An empath is a highly sensitive woman. Stigma women are very highly spiritually connected to the divine source, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as you all already know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have many attributes of his name. So yes, let's dive deeper. And keep in mind, this is not for entertainment purposes. This is for you. This is for to awaken your mind and notice what you are involved in, and take notice of where you put in your heart. You have to protect your heart. You have to protect your mental state of mind. You have to protect your apple tree. Apple tree, I use apple tree where babies come from. That's your love. That's where you give your love to. You give your love through your apple tree, through your heart. I know it's unusual, but this is my teachings. So one of the things that a young woman that's 18, 19, 20 and up want to get into polygamy, and she think that this is good. She leaves her parents' home. She leaves the home of a broken home with a mother, no father available to instruct her or guide her. So she began to disrespect her mother. She's just a Muslima sister, a Muslima young girl, whether she's 20, 25, or however. These things happen. I've counseled with many, hundreds and hundreds of women regarding this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just put them on my path. He just put them on my path, and so anyway, the first thing that the narcissist would like to do is to separate you from your family. If you do not have, I'm going to piggyback off the last, I think it's the second video from the beginning. If you don't have any male figures around, male supporters like uncles, brothers, fathers, that's in your present life, this is a plus for the narcissist. He can easily captivate you with his charisma, because the narcissists are very charismatic, and so they'll start playing mind control on you. They will start when they feel like you're not. Once they captivate you and you fall in love with them, you gave them your heart, they'll raise you up, and then they'll bring you down. They will raise you up, boost up your energy level, and make you feel real confident. Even if you already are confident sisters, the narcissist will boost you up more, and then he will bring you down. How does he bring you down? He'll start gaslighting you. The gaslighting becomes a test. He's doing these tests on you. He'll gaslight you and make you feel like you did something wrong, or make you feel like you, even if you made a small mistake. And he just wants to test your attention span and your patience, and see how much you will tolerate him making a mistake. Now this falls in alignment with him have something to hide from you. So he played this mind game trick with you to see how you're going to react to what he has hidden. Because he has another wife. You just don't know he has another wife. So he's playing these games with you. He'll get to the point that he'll ghost you. He will ghost you. He will not, once you're married to him, he'll ghost you for 2 or 3 days. And you're texting him. And at this moment, it could be like 4 months into the marriage, 6 months into the marriage, and he's testing you. uh, don't be pregnant because it will be very cumbersome on you if you're pregnant going through this stuff for a lot. But this is the reality we're living in. So he will ghost you. When he ghosts you, he's with the other woman, especially if he's in position of leadership. If he's in position of leadership, that's a big thing for him because he'll feel like he can get away with anything. Most narcissists are in position of leadership, whether they are president of the United States or any other snakes and stakes, or if they are in the corporate business, corporate America, whether they are a preacher, whether they are a teacher, whether they're a person have their business, you're working up under them. Narcissists are all over the place. But once you learn about them and come out of their spell, because it's a spell, and you have to be able to break the spell, because this whole operation is a test. And you have to walk on the law and learn how to get real close to Allah, because again, I said this in the other videos, Allah said, don't say you believe and don't think that you won't be tested. So we are in the testing grounds right now, the last days. And a lot of the empath will be tested with narcissists, because a narcissist, this is a different flavor for him. Empath is something different for him, because unfortunately the narcissists, they are involved with dark things. Their life can get real dark. Once you get to know them, you'll see that you enter a dark phase of the marriage. And if you're not spiritually astute, if you're not divinely connected with the Most High, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then they will cause you to have a nervous breakdown, honestly speaking. If you're not a person of fasting, if you're not a person of tahajjud, if you're not a person, before you got into this marriage, you're not reading your Quran on a daily basis, if you're not giving your zakat, it doesn't have to be a lot. If you're not doing this monthly, if it's all a purification of the heart. So all this is you knowing who you are. You know your worth. You know what you're capable of. So the marriage does not supposed to change the direction, the spiritual direction of the woman. It's supposed to complement where she's at, especially if you're marrying a person in leadership, whether he's an imam, a sheikh, not a milkshake, but a real sheikh, the one that have the ability to bring you close to Allah, the one who have the spiritual credentials, the one has been on the sheikh and he had the sheikh, and it's just a line of saintly people. So sheikh actually just mean an older person, out of respect and with knowledge, with wisdom and knowledge. So sisters, don't fall for a person that speaks fluent Arabic. Get a background check on them. I don't care who you're getting married to. Run a background check on the whole family. Because once you meet a narcissist, who breathed that narcissist is a narcissist. And if you have children by this person, it means that you are entangled with that person till your child is 18 years old. Even if you have the courage, even if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you to come out whole and not broken, then you will be able to take your children. It will be a fight to teeth and nail. A lot of the narcissists know people in high places. They know people. They know police officers. If the police officer come to your house, he's on the narcissist side. If a police officer come there, then he doesn't know the narcissist. He's going to be on the side of the empath, the highly sensitive person. Now, I mentioned there's 3 types of women that the narcissist meets. He meets the empath, the highly sensitive person. And a lot of empaths do not know that they're empath and highly sensitive person. And then he'll meet the naive woman. I mean, she's naive about Islam. She's naive, but she's Muslim, but she's naive. She doesn't know about the wives of the prophets. She just heard of them. She does not know their purpose. She does not know their virtues. She just wear hijab, and she even wear a niqab because he told her to wear the niqab. She'll know how to dress like Muslim woman through video on YouTube channel, and her job is to sit in the masjid and be quiet. This is one of the wives because she is in the marriage to be a flying monkey for the other women that keep them in line in terms of you ever heard of the Wizards of Oz, Dorothy and all of them? This is real. The truth is in the movies. Back in the day, a long time ago, the Wizards of Oz, they had the flying monkeys after Dorothy. This is real. So the narcissists have flying monkeys too. They can be male or female, and they'll keep track of you. If you are a good supply, they will keep track of you. So however, it's very, very imperative that you find out much information about this narcissist, because he's going to get all the data on you when you're sitting at the table for your first dinner or your first brunch or lunch. He's taking you out to get the data. And this is for those who do not know. When you go out for that first dinner, that first brunch, that's when it begins. The data begins over the phone or at the dinner table, at the brunch table. He preferably like to ask you who's in your life at the dinner table. He like to see your movement. He like to calculate the breath you take in, and it's really interesting. It's his art. It's dark, but it's his art, and this is the way they function. This is how they prey on women. And in the beginning, you think you are in a Cinderella make-believe story that someone's come to be that perfect person, because they will have a mask on at the beginning of the relationship. They'll have to wear that mask, and while you at the dinner table, they are out for that dinner, they're getting all the data on you, and they're studying you. They're studying you. They're studying your moves. They're studying your eyes. They're studying your behavior. They're studying your words. They're very calculated. They're a master at this craft. But there's a weakness that they have with the highly sensitive person, with the empath. There's something about her that frightens the narcissist. If a woman is continuously on her spiritual program, and she's connected to source, Allah, the narcissist have to secretly get another supply, because he don't know. Once he get to know her, he's like, okay, she's connected. Like I said in the other video, his job is to dismantle her relationship with her Rabb, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And once he is able to dismantle that, then he can do the mind controlling. But if he can't do the mind controlling, he will become very violent. And he will snatch your tasbeehs out of your hands and say, this is bid'ah. He will even take the Quran and kick the Quran out of your hand, or snatch the Quran and throw it out your hand. It can get very, very violent. It can get very, very violent. And when the narcissist cannot control you, you can see the demon in him. You can see the demon come out. So there's different levels of narcissists. I believe the covert narcissist is the worst narcissist. The covert one, he will, if you have the children on a disciplined diet, he would change their diet secretly with the other co-wife that you don't know about yet. And the children think that they're at an auntie house or sister house, but they've seen this person before. They've seen this person in the public place. They've seen this person in the masjid. And your daughter may come back home, her hair is different, they might be talking different, acting different, the mannerism changing from, sloppy to where you put all the time in. And you might say, where do you get this from? And they would say, we were at such and such house. And so, who is that? You know her, the sister. So you're like, oh my God. And so it's so many ways you wake up if you can, if your eyes are open. Because some of us get into these situations and our eyes are wide shut. Eyes are wide shut. And when you're in tune with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so my point is to stay in tune with Allah. Because polygamy is not about having 2 wives or 3 wives, or multiple wives, and this is paradise for a man. But it could be hell for a sister if she does not take the initiative to study, if she doesn't take the initiative to immerse herself in the company of righteous women, of good women, not sisters that's in a masjid in the corner gossiping about another sister, but righteous sisters that can pave the way and help her to make discerning decision. So you have to ask Allah to give you insight. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you spiritual insight and fortitude, and recognize when the shaitan is playing a role in any transaction that you're doing. So everything has to be about Allah. Everything has to be about Allah, because once there's everything about Allah, even though it's going to come with pain, if you read and look back in history, all the righteous women, they went through it. They went through it. When they even if they came into a marriage, they went through it, and they didn't necessarily have to be, the men didn't necessarily have to be a narcissist. He was just trying to pull her away from Allah, and that's for me, that's demonic. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Your heart, your code belong to Allah, not to the narcissist. Now the narcissist will put sisters against each other. It's closing out now, you guys. I'm keeping up with my time. The narcissist will put 2 sisters against each other. There could be 2 sisters that's really in good company with each other. But if the narcissist want to get with the other sisters, he'll cause a problem between them. Even in polygamy, with the sisters, he'll start off having them call each other to make a scene in a masjid, so that everything is cohesiveness, right? And they'll call each other, and the one that's sincere and real, she don't really want to get involved with that. She just, because it was already a scandal, it was already hidden, she just want to give salams to keep it going. She don't want to fake and play face or anything like that. She just wants to be the wife and do her job. That's the best she can do right now, because she just learning about this is not Quran and Sunnah. But what happens is, when the narcissists find out the empath is more knowledgeable than she set out to be, when she started correcting him on his behavior, when she started correcting him on Quran and Sunnah, then the narcissist will become very, very, very angry. Very angry, and his punishment will to leave and be gone. He'll ghost the empath, the highly sensitive one. And the highly sensitive think that, okay, he's giving my time to the other sister. You would think that he's with a non-Muslim. Yes, they go with non-Muslim women too, because what he did, he'll cause you guys to come together, to call each other, to check in with each other, but that is facade for the masjid. But once that he'll disrupt that by making one of the sisters that have less confidence about herself with the empath. He'll somehow create a scene where the flying monkey lose her confidence. She's have confidence because she's with the narcissist, right? Because he let her into that world. Because she was very, as the younger generation said, thirsty. So the narcissist will let her into his world. But he does not let her into his world because he loves her. He let her into the world to be a flying monkey, an agent that reports the other wife to him, or anything that's going on in the match, or anything that's going on in sisters gathering, anything that's going on with a new sister arriving in the match. She does that. So she becomes a narcissist slave. So she becomes mind control, and she does not even know that because she what? Because she doesn't know herself. So she has turned herself over to the narcissist. And when she does that, when the sister that's an empath, highly sensitive person, called and say, it's such and such there, it's my Zoj there, it's my Sahib there, my husband there, whatever word you use for your husband, and he's not here. Click. So there's tension already there. So when he's not there, Shaitan, if you're not strong and can differentiate the waswas, then Shaitan will come. He will whisper and say, she hates you, she's mad at you, she's jealous of you, something real frivolous, right? But no, the empath going to say, okay, he's with someone else. So you go and you pray. And if you have to cry, you cry. But crying is a detoxification. Because if you keep that inside, you're going to get sick. And you will become traumatized. So you remember who you are. And you do not let this narcissist take control of your feelings, your emotions. You just stay connected to divine. It's not easy, but you have to do it. And it works. And in other words, in a nutshell, you do not let you go for no one. Because when you let you go for the narcissist, what are you doing? And saying, this is my ilaha. He's my God. And you can't do that because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of Yom Kippur, He's going to judge you on that. Although He's very merciful, He's very forgiving. But you have to use your common sense. So guys, I'll leave you with that. I'm sorry I had to stop the time. But I'll leave you with that. And till the next video, I send you peace, love, prosperity, and abundance. And I send you my love because you need it right now, sister. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.